has joined us, the Love Hurts family, in Josh Hurt's Zoom dating. Hello.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
It's good. It's funny how we've done our first acting together on Zoom, and then we're interviewing in Zoom as well.
Yeah,
Why
no.
don't you tell us how you got involved in the project?
So I'm on Star now, and I was just applying for stuff over lockdown, and I came across Josh Hurt, and I thought that that would be a really fun character because I like comedy. It's my favourite genre, so I thought I'd apply, and here we are.
Which is cool. You say you do comedy. What other type of acting do you do?
I was at university studying drama, so I did a few projects there. I haven't actually done that much acting outside of like university and school, but I'm working on some projects now, even though they're not comedy, which is funny. But yeah, comedy is my favourite, and I did some film projects as well at school, so that's fun.
Excellent. And what did you think of the script when you got the script for this?
Yeah, I liked the snappy lines. I prefer quick comedy, so that was really fun. And the character I thought was similar to stuff that I had done at university, so I really enjoyed playing that kind of personality because, yeah, that's.
So you'd already played something similar, you're saying?
I've played a girl who was also quite high expectations and yeah, I want to say spoiled, but she's not necessarily spoiled. But yes, I have played characters like that, but not completely the same, which was interesting to see, like small differences.
Well, on that note, then, why don't you tell us a bit about what your character's like in Josh Hurt's Zoom dating? Tell us all about her. What's going on?
So she's called Becky, and she clearly has very high expectations of what Josh should be like or what her perfect date is like. And it's quite easy to say that they're a bit overly high, which is making him do stuff like give her flowers across Zoom and ask for a kiss and stuff like that. So it's, yeah, overly high expectations. But she's very clear about that. So she's not embarrassed by these overly high expectations. She doesn't think they're overly high. So she's a bit unrealistic.
Because we were chatting in one of the rehearsals, weren't we? And I was trying to give you some insight as to why she had these expectations. And we were chatting about reasons she may have it. And I kind of had maybe the romantic vision that she just wanted the perfect kind of date and the perfect kind of this. And if it was meant to be, he would turn up with flowers, even though if it was on Zoom, and later on, they would have the best kiss ever, even though it's on Zoom and it's not physically possible. So that's what makes her character quite more interesting, doesn't it? You don't quite know what her motivation's for. What do you think her motivations are for?
Well, I think she's been watching too many romantic films.
I don't know
Yeah,
what romantic film she's been watching.
yeah, I don't know. But she's just got this, or people have been telling her if they want to do it, they will. Whereas people, when they say that, they don't actually mean if it's not physically possible, then they wouldn't be able to do it. But she doesn't think of it like that. She thinks of it as if they want to do it, they'll do it, even if it's not possible. So she's it's not Josh's fault. It's bless him, he tries, but it's not his fault. But yeah, that's where I think she gets it from.
More, doesn't he?
Pardon?
Comes back for more, doesn't he? In the end, yeah. Second date.
Yeah. Risks that second date.
He tries, bless him. He tries really hard. Another thing I wanted to speak about as well, because it's the first for me, just the way that we kind of rehearsed the project. Because I don't know if I've told you this. There was, say, 8 actresses in the series, 8 episodes, 8 actresses, and apart from one American actress who I met in Los Angeles, I've not physically met in person, including yourself, any of the cast. This was cast, on the internet, and this was rehearsed via
Yeah.
Zoom, and then we filmed individually. So I've never done a project like that. But how did you find kind of that process?
Yeah, I've never done it either. I thought the interview bit was kind of nice to have not an interviewer, like a nice chat over Zoom first. Even though we didn't get to meet, I felt like I had kind of met you. I think it was the recording of the actual thing that I found quite difficult, which was, I think acting is a lot about reacting, and I just had to pause for your parts and kind of think about what you were saying and how you were acting, which was slightly difficult but also interesting. It's a new way of doing it. So yeah, it's good to adapt, but yeah, that's all a bit difficult.
It's kind of fun for me because then I've got I kind of got whatever the actress of the character gives me. Then I've got to find the best take and then tailor my
Yeah.
performance around it. And if when we rehearsed, we know the beats of us where you cut in and I cut in. But when that's gone,
Yeah.
just got to guesstimate. So we may have had 4 seconds, which allowed me to respond with a paragraph, and then I might get a take off someone that's given me 2 seconds. So I've got to try and work out how to adapt it. So that's been fun and challenging. Yeah, it all adds to it. And again, it's the first time I've done that, and I've got to say it's worked out well. And,
Yeah.
yeah, you were part of the award-winning first season.
Of course.
We knew it was going to come. We knew we were going to get the award, so that's good. And what do you think the future holds for your character? What do you think?
Well, I'm looking forward to filming the next episode. I think she either needs to lower her expectations, which she said she's going to do, but I think she's going to have to meet someone who's equally as I don't even know what she can do really with meeting someone, but Josh has gone as far as he possibly can, I think. But yeah, I'm looking forward to recording the next episode, and maybe if they do finally meet in person, we'll see what she can do there.
What do you think could happen? Just throwing a story around, what do you think could happen in the future with them? Do you think there's any future, or do you think that's the end of the road? Or
I don't know. I think realistically she wouldn't. Why would she then go for a third? Because she thinks you're the one that's ruined that. It's not her. So why would you agree?
Franchise.
Yeah.
You can't be saying no, it wouldn't happen. None of this.
No, I think
none of this would happen, really.
I think the way it would is if he would persuade her to meet in person, and she's like, "Oh yes, he wants to. He's doing it. He wants to meet me now." But
I don't think.
yeah, I can't see it going well.
Yeah, I don't think he would push for it. I don't think.
No.
I mean, he's only back on the second date by the grace of his psychiatrist. Do you know what I mean? So.
And her dad.
And her dad, you see. So
Maybe she'll get some family advice.
I think in real life, I think if I've had like a really bad day, unless it was pure curiosity, I don't think I would go anywhere near a second date. I'd be like, no.
And well, she's clearly a babe, so you know.
You've got to keep fishing.
That's another reason.
He's back. And what about you in real life? Have you had any like awkward date situations or whatever? I've had enough to fill a series, which is why we're here. But I was wondering.
Yeah, clearly. Well, I hate online dating, and the only reason I have joined apps like Hinge and Tinder is because of lockdown, and I've thought there's no other way. I've had a few messages here and there where I've thought, why would you send that? But I haven't actually met anyone on Zoom, so I can't say.
I've had 8 Zoom dates episodes, but I've never done a real Zoom
No, neither.
And I don't know. I don't know if I would. I mean, I think if you meet someone online, which is also a safety thing, people, if you meet someone online, you would, you know, you message, and then I always try and do like a phone call so I can then hear the person before we met up. And then I guess the video call, even without the pandemic, would be helpful just to make sure, of all things, they look like what they.
I've always FaceTimed people. I actually met someone on TikTok, and we used to FaceTime all the time, and then we never met because he was like the opposite end of the country. But yeah, we got to know each other. I felt like I had met him. So yeah, I do like FaceTiming, well, Zooming, whatever, online stuff. But chatting online I think you do need to FaceTime to get some sort of gauge, especially if they're actually like an 80-year-old lady that I'm talking to and I don't know. Think it's a man. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's great. I mean, so based on that, you can kind of see why there is room, I guess, for something like Josh Hurt's Zoom dating, where someone who has notoriously bad dates anyway would then take it online, and there seems to be no kind of end of material really, because that's what kind of
endless opportunities for that genre.
I hope so, because when we put out the advert for the actresses and stuff, there were so many like really talented actresses that applied, and there was also quite a few normally very busy actresses that applied, but obviously during lockdown didn't have it. So, and there was only, to be honest, there was only 4 episodes kind of written, but there were so many people coming in. I could look at an actress and see a character, and then try and put a character to the actress there. And so it has been a really good way of filming, really, to me, in that respect. So
yeah,
and it's cost effective as well.
Yes, very.
Right. Well, anyway, you've been brilliant. It's been our first kind of Love Hurts interviews. Exciting, isn't it? But yeah, so we'll have to see what the future holds for Becky
and Josh. Becky and Josh together.
Well, again, it's interesting you say in person. What would that be? I mean, it's kind of like.
I mean, otherwise, I don't think he's got a chance with her expectations with this physically impossible tasks she's asking.
And again, my mentality, I'd be no. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, Josh should not have any of it. He's not someone that would just keep going out for nothing. So, I mean, no.
Because to say there's room there if they were to meet in person, but whether, I mean, you know, because it's this kind of world, he might go for a job interview and then she might be somebody working in the building or something like that.
Yeah, bump into each other and he's trying to hide.
That would seem more realistic, really, wouldn't it? And again, it would be funny to see Becky then in a really low standard situation, you know what I mean, where she's got to be polite or something, and she's in the worst of situations, you see. So that's what's interesting. So who knows, she might return once. You're the first actress from the first season to return again, so
that's excellent.
Which is, you don't sound
no, that came out so like,
if we were rehearsing, I would have said add enthusiasm. If we were rehearsing, I would have said
I think Becky's regretting that decision.
That sounds amazing. It's been so nice.
That's excellent.
I hope we speak again soon. Okay, well, that's been lovely. Thank you very much. And we'll end on laughter, because that's what life should be about, laughter.
Yes, I agree.
Love hurts, but binge watching our series does not. So
exactly, get on YouTube and watch that.
YouTube
award-winning series.
We're also joining another streaming network called Twisted Mirror TV. They're taking both seasons. That's a London-based streaming site through the London Short Series Festival, so that we're going to be on that platform soon as well. We are going all over the place, man.
Yeah, the most platforms, the better. The more platforms, the better.
Any platform, all the platforms.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, it's been great, and we'll hopefully see you soon.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
No, on the next series.
But you're just leaving like an anonymous tone goodbye. Yes.
Oh,
Well,
bye.
there we go. That's the truth.